And I want to do a really quick check. It's been about a month, and since we started working actually yesterday. So we started the training March 27th, and want to go through your data just so you can see the progression and what we're going to be tackling. So you can see that there is a nice upward trend in your arm score. Okay. And when I look at the data here, so we started here, and this is the first day that we started training together. There have been some imbalances from front to back. It's stabilized somewhere here early in the fall of 21, but now we're getting into 2025. And the thing I really like seeing is that there's no recovery alerts. So the arm seems to be bouncing back really, really well. And our ratio from external rotation to internal rotation is starting to come down. That's one of the features, okay? And I want to keep tackling this and keep getting it closer to one as best we can. But it's good to see that our percent strength for IR has really crept up and increased. I think that's a big piece of it. And the other thing is just looking at your total strength. You're now well over 200 pounds, which is really good. I mean, when we started here, we were in the 150s, and I think before we started working, which was in March, we were at 175. So we are making some pretty steady progress. I think an easier place to see this is on the PDF. If you want to look at your most current exam, which was today, we're in a good spot. The arm is getting strong. We want to have at least our body weight strength in making sure that we're handling our throwing demands. But this also gets so much better when we're able to adjust the throwing programming to maximize the strength of your throwing arm. This was really telling to me because it had our start date, which was actually here, looking at the percentage of body weight strength. We got up to 100. We had a little dip around here earlier in the month, but we're back on track again. So it seems like everything's feeling really good, and I like seeing that. A nice, easy visual, too, is looking at the symmetry. So right now, your throwing arm, if we looked here, they're all positive, right? However, what I really like seeing, so this means that over here, all these muscles in short lever are stronger, okay, by about 13 pounds on your throwing arm side. But I like seeing here is that our grip and our scaption, our long lever with our arm outstretched, we have it balanced, which is amazing because that was not the case previously. Okay, we weren't at the same spot as far as our strength measures. So it's good to see that when we're comparing them, they're really close. And I guess when we go down here and we see the total strength, you can start to follow the total pounds. You are making a great upward trajectory. Scaption, we want to keep building up, but we've caught up your lead arm side for hitting, which is really good. Grip, we had a little bit of a dip here, and I want to keep this, moving up forward. But this is a really easy schematic to see where we need to improve just for overall arm health. You can see that this big gap, meaning your external rotator cuff, is a lot stronger. We're starting to minimize this. So we started here. You were coming down to balance this. But the beauty part is that our external rotation is going up. So it's not like we're losing strength to reduce the imbalance being this area between, is that our IR is also coming up and we're narrowing it. This was a really good day where these percentages were very close, and we want to keep this really tight to each other for shoulder balance. And this also gets reflected in this graph of being really heavy on the back. Okay, and then now we are getting closer to one. Okay, so that's a good thing for the throwing arm. But I want to give you a good case in point time, show you where you're at, and I really do think that the next advancement of putting some other specialists and some processes in place to accelerate your performance is really going to benefit you well.